Our playoff march continues as the Leafs beat the Senators 4-2. Our playoff march continues!
Toronto Maple Leafs have named Dion Phaneuf the 18th team captain in Leaf history.
Leafs, beast in the East.
And the Leafs are rocking it out in the Music City. Oh man, that was great.
Okay, so me and some of the Leafs spacers, including Leafs fan 71, Leafs Space Monica, Gail Gabrielle, Chancellor, Jeffler, and even Leafs UK 11, who flew all the way here from London, England, missed like the first half of the game because of the Marlies tweet up. And in the first Leaf period, we were watching the Marlies sort of finish up their game as they lost and got shut out by the Lake Erie Monsters, and got an opportunity to have pictures taken, have autographs signed by Christian Hansen himself. But during the Leafs-Senators game in the first period, Spezza collects a turnover but hits the post, and Condra is penalized for hooking. The Leafs were not able to capitalize on that power play, but that's okay because Phil Kessel shoots the puck at Anderson, collects the rebound, boom! It's 1-0 for the Leafs, and Phil Kessel once again becomes the first Leaf player in the season to score 30 goals. And then Rosehill hits Svatos and is penalized for it, but the Leafs kill off that penalty. In fact, once it hit 5 minutes and 42 seconds, the Leafs did not allow a shot on net from the Ottawa Senators up until the 40-second mark before the end of the first period. Wow, that's impressive. And in the second period, Leafs spacers were pretty much going home, or at least going to a bar to watch the Leafs versus Senators game. And me, Leafs fan 71, Leafs UK 11, and another Leafs spacer, I can't remember his name, but we were on our way to Real Sports, and we ended up missing the first half of the second period. But in the second period, Dion Phaneuf was showing more of his offensive prowess that he did in his early days of Calgary. But from what I understand, from what a parking tenant told us, the Leafs were up 2-0, in which we later found out that Nazem Kadri scored a shot that was deflected off a Senators player and Anderson himself, and it's 2-0 for the Leafs. And then there was a bit of a delay of game because of a broken glass, and Lupul was knocked down by French sensation Stefan DaCosta, who the Senators signed earlier in the week, and he misses out on a chance to make it 3-0 for the Leafs. And Bozak and Kessel were on a breakaway, 2-on-1, and unfortunately Kessel misses the net. And this is where we arrived at Real Sports, followed by Christian Hansen. And unfortunately, we arrived just in time to see Spezza on a breakaway break Reimer's shutout bid by fooling Reimer into thinking that he's going top shelf, but he shoots a wrister that beats Reimer underneath, as Reimer had his glove up thinking he was going top shelf, but he was wrong, and the Leafs cut to 2-1 for the Leafs. And in the third period, Grabowski gets penalized for tripping Shannon, and this is not good for the Leafs because Spezza scores, and it's a 2-2 tie. But the Leafs make up for this as Winchester is later penalized for high sticking, and before that penalty ends, Joffrey Lupul scores one past Anderson, and it's a 3-2 Leafs lead. But later, they reviewed the play, and apparently Joffrey Lupul never touched the puck. It just deflected off the Senators player and into the back of the net, so they gave the goal to the guy who shot the puck in the first place, which was Tyler Bozak. But then, Zach Smith and Milan McCulloch sandwiched Lash off to the boards, and McCulloch didn't get penalized, but Zach Smith got a 4-minute double minor because Lashoff was hurt on the play. And the Leafs couldn't capitalize on a 4-minute double minor. I don't understand this. I mean, I know that Anderson's all of a sudden decided to show that he's human, but the Leafs should have capitalized on it. But anyways, the Leafs make up for not being able to score on the 4-minute double minor as MacArthur collects a turnover, passes to Kuhlman, boom! He Cool Whips Anderson and scores, and it's a 4 3-2 Leafs lead, and that was the end of the game. And the Battle of Ontario has been won by the Leafs once again. And if you're a Senators fan who doesn't agree with me, the Leafs record this year against the Ottawa Senators is 3-2-1. When somebody wins 3 games against a team in their division and their record's 3-2-1, then that team pretty much won the season series. So that means the Leafs win the Battle of Ontario once again, and the chapter for that era is closed, as the Ottawa Senators have failed to eliminate the Toronto Maple Leafs like they've always done in the playoffs, always failing to eliminate the Leafs when it mattered. But yeah, so right now Senators fans are either getting their Leafs jerseys back on or polishing their golf clubs to enjoy another golfing season. And I guess you can say Craig Anderson's just going to be another goalie that will be added to the list of goalies who are going to be put in the goalie graveyard of the Ottawa Senators, because the guy, he just looks like, I don't know, he's going to be on and off next year, I think, because he was on and off when he became an Ottawa Senator. I mean, yeah, I think his days, he's past his prime anyway, so, I mean, he couldn't get it done in Colorado. Why the heck would Brian Murray think that he could get it done in Ottawa? I mean, jeez. Anyways, the Leafs have the Capitals, the Devils, who were eliminated by the Smurfs, and the Leafs play the Smurfs on Saturday in their final regulation game, and right before the playoffs, in which the Leafs will probably end up facing the Flyers anyway. So, until after Tuesday night's game, go Leafs go!